I saw the moon shave its head last night, dropped its hair in the old floodlight. There's a saddle hanging where time stood still, but the horse made of glass won't climb that hill. A crow-stitched warnings in the wheat again, said your voice rides slow in the porch wood grain. I swept up daylight from the barn floor cracks, trapped it in jars with your letters stacked. Glass horses don't gallop, they just lean and gleam, like the dreams we parked in a rusted stream. I called your name through a field of clocks, but time just blinked from a weathered box. The sky peeled open around 4 a.m., spilled out secrets in the shape of men. I lit a match just to taste the light, but truth grows teeth when it starts to die. I wore your silence like a second skin. It fit too well to take off again. Now thunder folds its arms real tight, waits for me to lose the fight. Glass horses don't gallop, they know too well the price of motion in a wordless spell. So I sit by the fence with the stillborn breeze and hum you home through the orchard tree. Sun falls slow on a field of grain. No rush, no noise, just sweet refrain. Crows glide low past the faded barn. Evening wraps the world in calm. Golden quiet, soft and wide, like a hush across the countryside. Nothing loud to fight, just peace beneath this fading light. Fence posts lean where the daisies grow. Old guitar hums what the heart don't show. Clouds drift by with a gentler pace. Time forgets this kind of place. Golden quiet, warm and still, like a prayer that time can't kill. In your heart. beneath this cloud to golden quiet. Fence posts lean where the daisies grow. Old guitar hums what the heart don't show. It's golden quiet in your heart. Bled on the plow, born in a scream, choked on the dust of somebody's dream. Mama stitched hole into burlap skin, said the dirt don't lie, but the men sure been. I've got teeth made of rust and a jaw full of sin. My prayers ride fence posts and bottle tin. You ask what I run from, look at this land. Even the weed got blood on its hands. Grain blood baked in the sun, cursed in the cradle, shot with a gun. I ain't holy, but I sure ain't tame. Hell knows my boots, hell knows my name. I drank the rain till the sky went dry, spit out lightning, chewed up the lie. The preacher left, the banker stayed, and both wore suits they never paid. Ain't no grave that can hold my sound. I'm a scream that walks, I'm an untilled mound. They'll plant my name where the wild don't grow, and I'll rise like fire from the undertow. If ain't no grave that can hold my sound, I'm a scream that walks, I'm an untilled mound. They'll plant my name where the wild don't grow, and I'll rise like fire from the undertow. Grain blood cut from bone, ain't got a God, but I walk alone. If this world burns, let it burn for good. I was raised on grit, I was born in wood. I've been walking roads that don't show on maps, with a flannel heart and a ball cap past. Never chase gold, just chase the breeze. But you caught me still like a cottonwood tree. Now every fence post feels like fate since your smile showed up at my front gate. There's gravel in my boots and your name in my prayer, wind in my soul, but I'm standing right there. You're the calm in my wild, the song in my day, the reason I don't drift too far away. I was lost on the loose, now I've got roots with gravel in my boots. You painted the porch, I built the swing. You taught me how to let my heart sing. Wasn't looking for love, but it rode in slow, like a redbird landing on fresh cut snow. And now the sunrise feels like grace every time I see your face. And there's gravel in my boots, and your laugh in my chest. You made nowhere feel like the best. You're the light through the barn, the hum in the pines, the reason I thank God every time. I still roam a bit, but not like I used to, since there's gravel in my boots. We don't need highways, we don't need signs, just a back porch swing and borrowed time. There's gravel in my boots, and forever in your kiss. You're the road I didn't know I missed. If life is a journey, then love is the proof. And baby, it starts with gravel in my boots and roots. Didn't plant no garden, didn't draw no plan, but love showed up like it already began. You were barefoot in the clover near the creek, said hello like you'd known me for a week. Wasn't trying to fall, wasn't trying to stay, but your laugh grew roots in my yesterday, and it grew wild anyway. Through the cracks in my heart, through the cold and gray. Didn't need no rain, didn't beg for sun, just found its way like rivers run. Didn't try to bloom, didn't ask it to stay, but love, it grew wild anyway. You didn't ask much, just the real and true. A porch swing, a sky, and a place for two. We made fire out of quiet little sparks, turned silent nights into landmark marks. Didn't know what home could really mean till your name fit right in every dream. Yeah, it grew wild anyway, like honeysuckle tangled didn't need control, just wrapped around the edges of my soul. Didn't call it love till I heard you say, this thing, it grew wild anyway. Some folks wait for signs or stars to fall, but I just found you, and that was all. So let it grow wild every time, in the cracks, in the wind, in the back of my mind. No fence can hold what the heart lets go, and no map can find where wild things grow. We didn't try, but darling, that's okay, 'cause love, it grew wild anyway.
Coffee's warm, but my boots are cold. Back by the bed, stories untold. She's still sleeping in my old shirt, and it's killing me worse than the leaving hurts. This town's too quiet for a restless soul, but her arms feel like all I'll ever know. I keep saying I'll leave, I keep finding the floor, but somehow I'm always halfway out the door. I've got one foot in and one in the dust, one hand on her, one grip and rust. This heart don't know what it's beating for. Halfway out the door. Gas tank's full and the sky's wide blue, but I'd trade the wind just to dance with her shoes. She says if you're leaving, don't turn around, but she don't mean it. Some folks right, some folks rude, but I've worn both in these traveling boots. Now I've got one shot to say what's right. She's the only thing that ever felt like a light. The road don't shine like her front porch glow, and I'm tired of leaving what I love the most. So tonight I drop my keys on the floor. I ain't halfway out the door. no more. No more. Got a half tank burning and a sky full of gold. Sun setting slow, like it's got stories to be told. Radio humming like a summertime flame, and the wind's blowing wild through a no-name state. Left a note on the fridge, said don't wait up. I need some dust in my boots and a little bit of luck. No map, no plan, just the open plain, and a dashboard dream I can't explain. 'Cause the highway don't know my name, don't care where I'm going, don't need no fame. It just rolls like a song, smooth and untamed. Every mile I ride I feel less chained. I might be lost but I feel no shame. The highway don't know my name. Stopped at a diner where the lights buzz low. The lady pouring coffee said, "Where you wanna go?" I smiled and said, "Anywhere but here." She laughed and said, "Well, you're halfway there." 'Cause the highway don't know my name, don't ask no questions, don't play no games, just lets me drive through the hurt and blame. Every curve I take, I'm not the same. I might be broke, but I ain't lame. The highway don't know my name. I've been running from ghosts in a rearview mirror, but the farther I go, the more I see clear. Yeah, the highway don't know my name, but it gives me peace and it don't complain. It's where I'm at, it's where I came alive again in the pouring rain. Freedom's calling like a wild Mustang, and the highway don't know my name. She left a jar of thunder on my porch, beside a match, a raven's torch. The sky bent low to kiss her heel, the ground still hums where she stood still. They say she wept into the roots, turned sorrow into blackbird flutes. I drank her name from morning dew. Now every mirror whispers you. She's honey on the hollow wind, sweet and sharp as violin. Her shadow sleeps in my old coat. She's every line I never wrote. And when the trees begin to bend, she's coming back again. Well, out back, old stars she spilled, each wish half broke, but burning still. She sang to wolves, she bled in rhyme, a love too old to fit in time. The lantern sways though no one walks, the crows just laugh and share her talks. I asked the fire, was she alive? It coughed then bloomed into the sky. She's honey on the hollow wind, a ghost too golden to rescind. I wear her breath like morning frost, a warmth that haunts but won't be lost. And if the dusk begins to spin, then she is near, let her begin. Got the deed in the mail from my Uncle Joe. Said you want a town nobody knows. Drove 6 hours past the last road sign, found a rusty gate and a welcome sign. The wind said howdy, the saloon lights blinked, a jukebox played though it had no ring. Then I saw hats and vests, grinning wide like eternal guests. I live in a town where the people don't leave, where the ghosts play cards and dance past 3. They tip their hats and pour my drink, tell me stories that make me think. They ain't spooky, they ain't mean, they're just stuck in 1918. And somehow I don't ever wanna leave this town where the people don't leave. Miss Clara runs the old hotel. She's been 25 since the Liberty Bell. Sheriff Jack still walks his beat, and the mayor's horse talks in his sleep. I mow the grass by the Chapel Hill. They thank me nightly with a fiddle trill. And when I write, they gather close, saying, son, this line here needs the most. I live in a town where the people don't leave, where the past is present and the nights don't grieve. They teach me how to slow it down, to love the dust, to stay in town. No traffic lights, no cell, no screen, just laughter echoing through the green. And somehow I don't ever wanna leave this town where the people don't leave. The living say it's home is strange, but I just call it home on the range. If I live in a town where the people don't leave, they've got all the time, tricks up their sleeve. If peace is dead, well maybe it's just living here in afterlife. Bliss, show me life without the race in this forgotten, timeless place. And now I know I'll never leave this town where the people don't. You came in a world the day I left mine, born from the tears she cried at the time. I watched from above as your heart found its beat, while mine turned to wind on that lonesome street. You learned how to walk while I learned how to fade. Your first little laugh was the price that I paid. But every soft whisper your mama would say carried my love in some heavenly way. I never held you, but I know your name, whispered it nightly through sky, wind and rain. I've watched every birthday unseen but near, the ghost in the room that you feel in your fear. You don't know my voice, but I'm part of your flame. I never held you, but I know your name, babe. Your drawings, your songs, your stories at night. She tells you I'm there when the stars shine just right. And when you feel lonely or out of place, that warmth on your shoulder, yeah, that's my embrace. One day you'll stand where the silence begins, ask where I was through your losses and wins. But darling, I've been here, not gone, just unseen, loving you louder in spaces between. I never held you, but I walk by your side in shadows of mornings and dreams you can't hide. I've rooted your laughter, I've guarded your sleep. When you have sorrow, I'm the ache that runs deep. You're half of my story, the start of my flame. I never held you, but I know your name, babe. So live like the stars were made just for your light. I'll be the sky that holds you at tonight. I'll wake up early, start the coffee strong, let the dogs out, hum your favorite song. I'll warm your coat on the old porch rail, leave notes in your lunch when words can't fail. It ain't grand, it ain't wild, but I do it all just to see you smile. If it makes you smile, I'll go that mile, drive through the rain or wait a while, paint the room your favorite hue, learn your songs and dance off tune. Doesn't matter big or small, if it makes you smile, I'll do it all. I'll mend that fence even if it leans, take pictures of sunsets you've already seen. I'll light a fire on the coldest nights, read you books under fairy lights. You don't need diamonds or long red hours, you just need love that stays a while. If it makes you smile, I'll try each day to turn the skies from gray to May. Bring home daisies just because, catch your tears before they buzz. It don't cost much, but it's worth it all. If it makes you smile, I'll take the fall. I don't need the world to know my name, as long as you say it's soft just the same. If it makes you smile, that's my win. I'll take every loss just to try again. 'Cause your joy's my favorite kind of sound, the one that keeps me sticking around. Yeah, forever's just the start, my vow, my style. If it makes you smile, I'll walk that mile. We sailed beyond the tides we knew to a place where the sky is always blue. No maps to follow, no roads to find, just the waves that whispered and the stars aligned. The sand soft like a lover's touch, the palm trees sway, but they didn't rush. We built a home out of driftwood and dreams, with the ocean's hum and the moonbeams gleam. On an island of our own where the world can't see, we're free from the chains that used to be. No time, no clock, just the tides and the breeze, living in love, just you and me. Here we're the kings of the endless sky. On our island we'll never say goodbye. The nights are long, but the stars shine bright. We made our vows in the soft moonlight. No one's around, just the sea's soft song. And with you, love, I know I belong. On an island of our own where the world can't see, we're free from the chains that used to be. No time, no clock, just the tides and the breeze, living in love, just you and me. Here we're the kings of the endless sky. On our island we'll never say goodbye. And when the winds call, we'll sail again, but this island will always be our haven. Find an island of our own where the world can't see. see. We're free from the chains that used to be. No time, no clock, just the tides and the breeze. Living in love, just you and me. Here we're the kings of the endless sky. On our island we'll never say goodbye. When the winds call, we'll sail again. But this island will always be our haven.
I stitched your name on a cloudless side, hung it where the sparrows fly. The fence still leans where you carved that tree. Love like lanterns in the weed. Your boots by the door have gathered dust, but the floor still creaks like it remembers us. I talk to the dusk like it's keeping your seat, pouring silence into something sweet. You're the echo in the barnwood beam, the ghost in every quiet stream. I close my eyes and there you sleep, a prayer with hands too far to reach, but still you bloom in every beat, like lanterns in the weed. I saw the moon stitch gold through the pines. It hummed your name in crooked lines. The wind wore your laugh, the earth kept your heat, and time just bent beneath our feet. You're the song the robins never learned, the fire and leaves that never burn. Though miles have stolen what we keep, you're lighting roads I walk in dreams, my lantern in the weed. You're the song the robins never learned, the fire in leaves that never burned. Though miles have stolen what we keep, you're lighting roads I walk in dreams, my lantern in the